Hello everyone and welcome to One Civil Law. And for today's video, we have an attorney apparently arrested because he said some things the police did not want to hear. Apparently arrested for expressing his opinion and arrested for the wrong thing. So what we have here is a situation that apparently happened in April of 2024, in February of 2024. And the police are responding to this apparently at the request of a citizen. It seems that the citizens are not being allowed to attend a public meeting. Why aren't they being allowed to attend the public meeting, of course, would be very critical. But in any event, the person says, okay, we're not being allowed to attend the public meeting, so in violation of law, so we'd like to file the report. So let's see who's in the right, who's in the wrong, and who's doing the stupid. Let's go ahead and get started with this.
I guess so. What do you guys name?
Hi, nice to meet you. I was the one that contacted you.
What do you need?
So we just need to file a report. That this was an open meeting for the fire marshals, and they limited it to 49, but half of those 49 were employees, so only half of those were really the community was allowed. So all these people are being denied the ability to attend a public meeting. It's a violation, so I need to file a report.
All right, so yeah, I don't have anything like enough information to be able to adjudicate this under what I assume is Arizona law. But, you know, what sort of room do you have to have the meeting in? I don't know. And so if 49 is the limit of the room, and let's give the best possible case to the government here. Let's assume that this is a proper place to have the meeting. And let's assume that the capacity of the room is 49. All right. And then it's like, okay, so who do we have to let in the meeting? Well, basically anyone who's necessary for the meeting. And then the public would be able to fill out the space is sort of that sort of logical thing. By comparison, you know, for a courtroom, you know, anyone who has to be there for the court proceedings obviously gets to sit, and then anything that's left over is for the public. So are these people being denied access in violation of law? Can't begin to adjudicate that, but that's her concern, right? Maybe this meeting's not being held in a proper space. Maybe it's being chose artificially small to deny the public. Maybe a lot of things. Don't know. But that's her concern. The public is not being allowed, at least, you know, this 25 members of the public can attend, but not as many who would want to attend. Okay, so it is open to the public, but only 25 members of the public can come in, and so she's sad, and she'd like to complain. Okay, that's what she wants to do. Fine, let's press on.
Okay, what do you do? What do you have to do with?
I'm an Oklahoma citizen that pays taxes.
Oklahoma, sorry, not Arizona. I don't know where I got Arizona in my head. Oklahoma law, still same analysis.
Okay.
And I need to file a report because all these people are being denied access.
Okay. I'll talk to you in just a second.
Okay.
All right. Let's go talk.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna come in here.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I signed up for a part-time job today, buddy. I walked into this. No idea what's going on.
all right, we're turning this on.
Why is he turning off his body cam? That's like, why is he trying to turn off his body cam? That's kind of suspect, right? He's on official duty. He's like, oh, I'm going to turn off my body camera to speak to you. Why? Why are you trying to turn off your body cam? That's a little sus.
Appreciate y'all.
Oh yeah. Press to select.
So,
I can't hear this. Let's see.
Also, he's failing at doing so, which is pretty hilarious.
I hate these things.
Do you hate them? I bet you really hate these things right now. I bet you hate them a whole lot at the moment. Ha 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 ha. What's wrong, officer? If you have nothing to hide, you have nothing to fear.
So this guy Dermot, he's an attorney. He comes up here and he
Still failed.
He comes up just disrupt pretty much. His argument today they want to come to this meeting. They're supposed to be required to come in, and they need to accommodate the group, but it's such a large group, they went into a room with 49. He was pissed. They're out there from Tulsa and all of it. And
he has completely failed at turning off his body cam. Still hilarious.
And he says, well, they could just live stream this, as they don't have can't accommodate the size group with the size of the rooms available here. They should live stream. He's also saying he needs a report number, all that stuff, because he's filing charges, and because he's going to set some arrest on them. We're not pushing misdemeanors. So I told him I'm not doing any of that. And he said that he would, he's going to sue me. He's going to sue.
Okay.
Now you're probably going to be in it.
Okay, good luck. Yeah. All right, so the meeting's going on.
It's upstairs, 4th floor, room for 49. Half the people in there are.
That's not my concern. We're not doing a report. All right, you want these people out of the lobby?
The people in the lobby, these two have signed into the deal, but if they're not going to go up to the room, yeah, out.
Okay.
Okay, so do you have a lawful basis to make them leave the lobby? Or just do you want them to leave the lobby for the hell of it? You know, it's like, okay, do you want to leave on what basis of law? I don't know. Unclear. All right.
We want them off the property.
And the other folks, yeah.
Everybody. I mean, we're fine. We'll get them off. All right, so these people are getting off the property.
Okay, now we want to kick them off the property completely. This is a public building, right? We want to kick them off the property completely. Interesting. How are we doing that legally? Further unclear.
They don't want to get off the property. I say off the property, out of the parking lot too, or. I know, we just tell them if you're going to be disorderly, then you're going to jail. All right. So.
Okay, I mean, that's a more reasonable approach. If you're going to be disorderly, we'll arrest you for disorderly. Fair enough. That you can do. But we've retreated from, we're going to trespass them from the public space, because that was a dumb idea too. If you're disorderly, we'll arrest you for disorderly. Okay, we have a much more reasonable approach, I suppose. So we've improved.
I'm going to be nice about it.
You're going to be nice? We'll see.
Yeah. Okay, so, all right, let's go figure this out. Yeah. All right, so who's here for this meeting? All right, everybody come outside and let's talk. So I don't have to say, don't touch me. All right. I'm not being rude. I don't want to be touched. You want me to touch you? You want me to touch you? No, you don't. So don't touch me. I'm not calm down. I don't like being touched. Don't touch me. Don't tell me what to do. Do you want to come out here and listen to this? Or? Hey, be quiet.
Be quiet. That's my constitutional right to exercise my right to First Amendment protected.
Okay, so here's the deal. As long as no one's getting out here is getting up to the meeting, meeting's closed. All right? Stop talking. Okay. As long as everybody wants to behave and act orderly and not get out of control and be disruptive.
What does that mean?
Stop.
Can you give us a definition of that?
No.
Are you serious?
Yes, I need a definition.
All right, you're welcome to stay right here. At some point, you become disruptive and disorderly, then that becomes different. Does that make sense?
No, it doesn't make sense at all.
Good. I've totally explained myself.
No,
all right? Don't cause us to come back out here. I would stay away from this guy because he's probably going to get you guys all in trouble if you listen to him.
Police report, sir.
All right.
That is in violation of the Open Meetings Act. And you also need to place
not doing that.
arrest.
You need any help?
You're not doing that? I need to file a complaint against you for dereliction of duty then, Master
All right.
Sergeant.
I'll let you take care of that. All right, we're getting out of here. If you need help, call us back.
Do you have a report number?
No, it's not.
No.
I requested a report.
You're not going to issue us a report number?
No.
So that's dereliction of duty. You understand that, right?
I don't know if it's a dereliction of duty or not. I mean, I don't know that he's necessarily required to file a report. The police, of course, are not necessarily required to do anything in particular, as we all know all too well. You know, the police are not required to enforce any particular law, you know, no duty. So the police would be like, yeah, I decided not to enforce the law. That's not dereliction of duty. So, yeah, probably not. All right, where are we going from here?
Hey, prepare. You ready good to go?
You're good to go.
All right, let's go.
Again, just for the sake of absolute clarity, of course, this is all separate and apart from whether or not the room was artificially restricted, whether or not that was a proper meeting space, whether or not live streaming the event is considered sufficient under relevant law to make it public, right? Separate and apart from all those public access issues. I can't be bothered to adjudicate that right now. But, you know, some of the things that are being said, I don't know. We'll see.
On your duty to give us a report.
Please don't follow me.
I'm going to follow you. It's public.
Okay. All right. Okay.
You know I have the constitutional right to do so. You're in
Okay.
public. This is a public forum.
That's fine. So here's what we'll do. We'll walk back to my car. When we get back to my car, we'll get some ID on you, see if you got any warrants. All right? Sound good?
Get your hand up.
All right. Make good choices.
I do have a question.
It sounds suspiciously like we're thinking about retaliating right now, right? It's like, oh, if you will come back to my car and ask for ID and see if you have warrants. It's like, I'm allowed to follow you through a public space. Yes, you are. But if you do, I'm going to ask for ID. Why? Yeah, it's not sounding promising.
Yes.
Is there a restroom close by that we could use?
I really don't.
That's okay. Thank you. I just wanted to ask.
Why did you touch me?
All right. You follow me to my car, you're going to sit in the back seat of my car, and I'm going to make sure you don't get any warrants.
Running around?
You can't do that. Yeah, if you follow me to my car, I'm going to put you in the back seat of my car. Yeah, no. Can't do that. No.
No, so I want your chance to leave.
I don't have you're talking about follow.
Okay. I'm going to check you for warrants.
You don't have the right to check me for warrants. Okay. You have reasonable suspicion that I've committed a crime? You do understand I'm an attorney, right?
All right.
The police officer laughs at him when he says reasonable articulable suspicion. The officer laughs. We're off to a really good start. This is definitely going well. Officers making a mistake. Bail out now. Bail out now, officer.
Make good choices.
550, sir. You might want to check yourself.
Okay.
I know this a little bit better than you do.
Okay. Okay.
Have a good day.
All right. You going to walk away, or what are we going to do?
I'm going to stand right here.
Okay, we're going to check, make sure you don't have any.
Ooh, unlawful detention. You gonna walk away? I'm gonna stand right here. Okay, I'm gonna put my hands on you. Unlawful detention. Unlawful detention. No reasonably articulable suspicion. Nope. Fail. You failed.
Warrants, come on. Okay.
But good on the attorney for not resisting. He knows better. He knows better than to not resist. Good on him. The lawsuit will be much more fun that way.
Don't worry, you tell me now.
You got any ID on you?
I do.
You're next.
You're next. Yeah,
You're next as well.
Why am I arrested?
You're not arrested. I'm going to see who you are since you're being disruptive.
I'm being disruptive by following you and filming quietly. I'm being disruptive. I'm well out of your space. I'm filming quietly. I'm being disruptive. I don't think that word means what you think it means, officer.
Where's your ID at?
Right pocket, that pocket right there.
I'm going to take that out and get your ID out.
It's on the left-hand side, very top, right behind that blue card.
Fail.
No, very top. No, one more. No,
Fail.
Behind the blue debit card.
Total fail.
I don't have any weapons.
After I
Well, you're gonna have to file a police report now. Lol.
handcuff him, I'm going to, each one of you guys are going to come over and sit in my car. We're going to make sure you don't have any warrants. Okay? So this is your chance to walk away, just like I told this
Walk
gentleman.
further back. Walk further back.
Slide this way.
Yes, sir.
Stay right there.
This attorney's smart, right? He's like, just walk a little further back, make sure you're out of the zone, right? Make sure that you're outside of his zone, not interfering. This attorney knows the law. He's doing a good job. Attorney's doing great.
You're having a really bad day.
Yeah.
I was having a pretty good day.
I hope your body can
Have a
go.
seat.
Not sure I'm gonna be able to fit, but
It's all right. Put your feet in the seat. Slide all the way over.
Not resist. He's not. He's not resisting. He's not fighting him. This guy's doing great.
They're having a fire marshal's meeting, and people are upset because they can't get in because they're at capacity. That's what I figured. I figured capacity. Yeah. All right.
I don't have any. I was just in jail on last Friday, so.
Oh, yeah. All right. Sure.
The cop is apparently on hold with dispatch now, and dispatch apparently has janky hold music. That's nice. Let's listen to the janky hold music for dispatch. Groove with me, baby. Let's groove.
Hey, this is Charlie 64. Can you run someone for me? All right. Last name is Durbin. David, Union, Robert, Baker, Ida, Nora. First name, Ronald. Common spelling, white male. 10/23/79.
Back to the janky hold music. The police may be abusing his rights, but at least he gets a nice song to listen to, so I guess it's okay. Not for nothing, but how long does it just take to run someone's name, man? I feel like we really need to get one of the music channels involved. Yeah, what's his name? George Collier is that artist's name? We need to get him to do some sort of remix of this or something. There's potential in here, but I'm not a musician. Are any of you guys a musician? I could do a remix of this song. Are you still trying to turn your body camera off? You're not very good at it. It is a little lengthy.
Charlie 64, he's clear.
Okay, thank you. Did you find him in the system?
I did. He's got a driver's license and he had some stuff out at Tulsa County, but nothing, no current warrant.
Tulsa County doesn't want him?
No, he doesn't have anything.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
You seem so disappointed. You're so disappointed. You asked like 3 times. No, he doesn't have a record. Amazing.
Bye.
All right.
Guess who's getting named in a lawsuit? Guess who's getting named in a complaint? It's you. You're the lucky one. You're getting sued for violation of the rights. You shouldn't have done that.
Okay, Mr. Durbin, hold on. All right. No one cares if you're sitting on the sidewalk, standing on the sidewalk, outside the building, not causing problems. All right. The minute you start causing problems, all right, that's when we're going to have an issue. You understand? Stop. I'm talking.
I'm listening.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
Okay.
I understand what you said.
Okay.
I don't agree.
You don't have to. You don't have to agree. That's why.
No, hey, look, you've done enough.
Stop. That's why you listen to me. That's why you have a court date when you get arrested for disobeying a lawful order.
Okay.
But it wasn't a lawful order. That's the problem. And he'll win. He'll win if you charge him with disobeying a lawful order. It wasn't a lawful order. What lawful order did he disobey? I don't know.
Understand?
No,
I'm not,
I
listen to me.
understand how the court
I'm
process
not
works.
going to play games. If I have
games.
to come out here and you're the one that's causing the biggest disturbance, you're the first one I'm going to come to, just like right now. All right? I'm not going to ask you again. You're just going to go straight to jail for being disorderly. Understand?
That's fine.
Okay.
I understand
You don't
your
have
position.
to agree, but I'm just telling you how it's going to happen.
I understand your position.
All right? So step out and turn around. And I suggest you tell your friends that are all standing around here the exact same thing.
I will do no such thing.
This is not a game. This is real life.
Oh no, you're right. It's not.
All right.
You lost your qualified immunity when you put your hands on me. So I will see you in federal court. This was a beautiful day for me.
All right.
You just made me a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay.
A lot of money.
Okay.
I give that money to charity though, so they'll go to a good cause.
Okay.
Yeah, your qualified immunity isn't looking really good, man. You know? Yeah.
All right.
I'd like my phone back where I was.
It's up there on the front of the car and your license.
I didn't get a hug. I don't know anymore. But it was all live streaming, so that's awesome. Thanks for that.
Oh, you're not in fact going to arrest everyone else like you threatened? Oh, I thought you were going to bring them in one by one. You don't want to give other people a cause of action? How disappointing.
Well, hey, everybody. You just got to watch me have my civil rights violated.
All right. I think if
I was you, I would go.
Oh, hell yeah. Or heck yeah. I don't have to figure out how to turn this on. All right. It's the new one. What's the
Still failing at turning off his body cam. He's been failing this entire time, which is pretty hilarious.
new one? It's just
You have a new camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're starting to
So press select. So,
In small batches.
No, I haven't. I guess I didn't know yet.
I'll call Bacon, but yeah. All right, the trooper doesn't need us here. He'll call us. And we'll go figure out how to turn this off. Yes. I'll be back.
We're not gonna hit this. Walk down there.
You know, in the Army, they used to send rain license privileges, and I always hated that.
Yeah, even his cop buddies are like, "Guy, you should probably just leave at this point." They know. They know. Are you texting and driving? Wait a second. You're texting and driving. What the hell? The officer's texting and driving. What the hell? What?
Hey, Aaron. Hey, my camera won't turn off.
It sure won't.
You know, I go to hit the select button. So I hit the middle button once.
No, you press and hold record for 3 seconds and then tap.
Well, that was exciting and fun. Let's see if we can find out what happened in this case. I don't know if there's any updates because this was back in 2004. So let's see if there's any comments relating to this in the YouTube comments that tells me what happened. It'd be nice. No, there's no information in the. There's no information in the YouTube comments relating to what happened. So let's see if we can figure out another way. Let's see. Oklahoma public meeting, attorney detained, lawsuit maybe? No, it didn't do anything. How about if I go to news? No. That's unfortunate. I'd love to know if he filed a lawsuit. I'd love to read his complaint and see what happened in this case. Ron Durbin and James Freeman. What was the guy's name? They went over his name. Maybe if I Googled his name, I could find it. What was the
Spelling, white male. All right, last name is Durbin. David.
Yeah, so it's Ronald Durbin. Let's see if that gets me anywhere. Ronald Durbin, Oklahoma. Public meeting. Let's see. Apparently, he was suspended later that year. That's exciting. So he has, apparently the attorney has his own set of problems unrelated to this lawsuit. So I'll pull up that article about Mr. Durbin, if it will load. Yeah, okay. So things have not necessarily been going well for Mr. Durbin. So apparently later that year, in April of 2024, so 2 months later, Ronald Durbin, a Tulsa attorney who filed a lawsuit against the city of Tulsa, was arrested in August in connection to an incident involving a security guard. So that was from August before. The lawsuit involved what he said involved illegal meetings surrounding the Improve Our Tulsa initiative. Durbin accused 3 city councilors of texting about city business during the public meeting A day after appearing on a Fox 23 investigation questioning how a judge handled a lawsuit against city councilors, Durbin was charged with assault. He said the charge was filed in retaliation. The Oklahoma Bar Association filed a 69-page complaint, nice, alleging Durbin's act committed constitute professional misconduct. Now his law license is suspended. So he got his license suspended for, something that the Supreme Court of Oklahoma found to be at least sufficiently credible. So, but that's not necessarily, of course, related to anything in this. It's just an interesting thing to note. He is a bit of a firecracker. Yeah, I had no way of picking up on that. Yeah, exactly. Let's see what else. Yeah, let's see what else is going on. He has a YouTube channel called Guerrilla Publishing. Neat. Yeah, so he filed a lawsuit he filed a lawsuit in May of 2023 relating to open record stuff, which seems to be different from what we just saw. He seems to sue a lot relating to open records things, which is, not necessarily a problem if that's what he specializes in. That's not necessarily a thing. It's interesting he filed it in federal court, though. That's weird. How are you filing this in federal court, incidentally? Oh, it's not. It's district, it's state. No, wait, is this federal or is it state level? I think this is state level. In the district court, yeah, it's stamped with the clerk of court. So this is a state level lawsuit. Okay, that makes more sense. So this is not the lawsuit we're looking for, but apparently he files lawsuits relating to open meeting stuff. So, fair enough. I can't begin to adjudicate whether or not he's right or not on those issues. That's not what I'm here for. So anyways, if we ever find out what happened to his lawsuit, we'll try to pick up on that some later time. What is this? Is this related to the same guy? Ron filed a lawsuit against Oklahoma this year for the arrest. Okay. Local news media. Yeah. Do you have like a docket number or anything like that in federal court that I could look up? Because that'd be cool if you have a docket number. That'd be neat. Qualified immunity? Maybe, maybe not. But I'd like to see. Lawsuits and the one of the nice things about lawsuits is they make things a little bit clearer on exactly what's happening. Yeah. SCB, yeah. All right. Okay, I think I'm gonna sign off for now. If the docket thing comes to mind later on, maybe we can pick it up later on. But I don't want to. I don't want to just Apparently, local news media just got timed out by stream elements for 40 seconds. That's unfortunate. Sorry about that. I'm not sure what you got timed out for. I can't even see your deleted messages. Normally, oh wait, no, wait a second. Here it is. Local news media said Ron Durbin was our attorney till he exposed a drunk judge drinking at a bar with 9-year-old grandson. That's why his license is suspended, exposing a drunk judge. I can't speak to that intelligently. Obviously, I'd have to read the case on its own merits. I don't know that I necessarily want to go through why they were suspended. I mean, I could read it why he was suspended, but I don't know that I want to go through 69 pages right now. All right, I think I don't want to waste more time. I just don't want to kill more air. Just waiting. So I think we'll try to do this at a later time if we ever figure out what federal court he filed in. If we ever get a docket number relating to it, we'll try to cover it up, or apologize, try to cover it so that we can see, what the state of the issue are in the law and all the rest of it. But yeah, I mean, it didn't look like a good detention to me. I didn't really see any reasonably articulable suspicion. I didn't see anything that would give lawful cause for the detention. So I think even with a qualified immunity analysis, I think that the officer's going to have a challenge. But qualified immunity analysis, as we've discussed many times, can get sometimes properly anal when you're looking for not only the violation but looking for it to be clearly established. That's the problem. Like, it's always element two, right? Well, sometimes it's element one. Sometimes the constitutional violation isn't that clear. This one seems a bit clearer on element one. So element one, I'll give him an easy pass. Element two is where you get tripped up on the qualified immunity analysis. Trying to find the clearly established is the trick. And as you guys know from our prior discussions relating to qualified immunity, clearly established has to be really clear. It has to be surprisingly somewhat anally on point. It is an unfortunately very constricting doctrine. Now, that being the case, there's probably a lot of unlawful detention, so there might be some clearly established law in this. So I don't think it's necessarily out of the woods. But if it fails on element two, it wouldn't surprise me that it failed on element two, because element two is a pain in the ass. Not for the least of reasons, of course, that what happens is that you file a lawsuit saying, hey, the police violated my rights. And the district court says, no, this is not clearly established. And then you appeal. And the Court of Appeals says, no, it wasn't clearly established. And then they never establish it. Right? They never go to the next step well, almost never. I shouldn't say never, but almost never does the Court of Appeals then say, and by the way, going forward, here is the clearly established law, just so everyone knows. They don't ever do it. They just dismiss it for lack of being clearly established. So no new case ever clearly establishes it, and then it just happens again. So it gets dismissed because it wasn't clearly established, and they don't clearly establish it. So the next case happens, and they dismiss it for not being clearly established because it never gets clearly established. And around we go. It's a real pain in the ass. It's an incredible pain in the ass. Do I have an email? Yes, I do. My email is kurt@uncivillawllc.com. It's in the description of this and every other video. My email is in the description of this and every other video so that people can email me things. I will wait patiently. I also just realized that I didn't have my chat filter on, but that's okay. I'll put it on next time. I'm waiting. Just waiting for a random email. Just waiting. Just waiting for a random email so that we can do the random email time. Is this good TV? Is this good TV where I'm just sitting around waiting for a random email? I hope so. So what do you guys want to talk about? What's on your mind? Am I cooking? Yeah, I probably will cook. I'll probably cook after this. Yeah. Cooking is fun. I'll give it another 60 seconds. All right, I can't keep waiting around. I'm gonna send. I'll see if email comes, and if it looks interesting, maybe we'll do a different stream on it. But I gave it a fair shot, but no email came. Sorry, guys. All right, until next time. I've been Uncivil Law. Hope all's well. Cheers for now, my friends, and goodbye.